how is it that you can live a truly purpose-driven life? Well, what does that even look like? What if I told you that it was possible for you to feel good throughout your days, knowing that you were doing great works for yourself and for those that you care about? What if I told you that you could get to the end of every single one of your days knowing that you did absolutely everything you could in order to live out your purpose so that it led you to the feelings of happiness and fulfillment in your life? Well, that reality is possible. And in this video, I want to give you 3 specific things that you can do in order to truly live a purpose-driven life. So let's get right to it. I believe that a purpose-driven life is what leads you to feelings of happiness and fulfillment. And you might be asking, Brandon, what is a purpose-driven life? That purpose word is so vague, right? Because I'm going to share with you ways that you can live your purpose throughout your life. But let me give you an example. I believe that a purpose-driven life is where your actions are aligned with your morals. Your actions on a daily basis are aligned with what you believe is right. You're doing, in other words, what you believe you were placed on this earth to do. Because if your purpose leads to fulfillment, then the real name of the game is aligning your actions with that purpose on a daily basis. As an example, have you ever gotten to the end of one of your days and you did a lot that day? You were busy, but the things that you were doing were tasks that filled you up. They filled you with joy. They were works that fed your soul, it fed your purpose. And even though you had a lot of things going on, at the end of the day, you still had a lot of energy. You felt like you could do more. And you went to bed that night saying, wow, today was an amazing day. That means that the actions you took that day were aligned with your purpose. And I want to give you 3 ways that you can live a purpose-driven life every single day. The first step to living a purpose-driven life is to understand what your purpose is in the first place. And I'm going to give you a quick, brief overview of purpose here in the actual formula with the 4 components, because I've talked about purpose many times on this YouTube channel. And if you want to take a deep dive into uncovering your purpose and really digging deep to find what that is for you, then click and watch this video right up here, because I go into more detail on uncovering your true purpose. But for now, let me just give you a brief overview as a review to help you really pinpoint what your purpose is. Your purpose is comprised of 4 different elements. The first one being your natural talents. Think of these as your gifts. Something you were born with, something you've always been great at since you can remember, since you were a young kid. Like for me, when I was a young kid, I used to get home from school and run upstairs and immediately start to teach my dad and tell him about everything that I learned that day. I've always been someone who liked to help other people fix their problems. I've always wanted to help give someone a piece of advice that could truly help them to make a difference. So that would be my natural talent. But what are you naturally gifted at? Because the second component to purpose is your learned abilities, things that you've learned to be good at, skills that you've learned to practice and become better at over time. Your skills and your learned abilities might have been something that you went to college for. But understand that your skills could also be something that you had to learn from necessity as a young kid. Maybe you had a tough home life and you had to learn how to monitor other people's emotional states so you would know whether someone was in a good mood or a bad mood, right? Your skills could be something you learned from choice or something that you had to learn to survive. And then we've got your passion. And the definition of passion that I want you to work with is your passion is the change that you want to see in the world. As an example, the change that I want to see in the world, the improvement that I want to see on a vast level, is changes in the education system. Our education system doesn't teach us personal development. It doesn't teach us business. It doesn't teach us how to make money. It'll teach you how to write a check. And it'll teach you about George Washington, but it doesn't teach you about how to do your taxes. It doesn't teach you about how to communicate with other people. It doesn't teach you about emotional intelligence. My passion is bringing all of those missing subjects into the education system so that people are more equipped out of school to live an extraordinary life, not just live to survive. So what is your passion? What change are you heated about seeing in the world? What change will you work to no end to see happen around you? That's passion. And the final component to purpose is the only one actually that could be completely unique from somebody else, because your talent can be the same. Your skills are the same as some other people in the world. Your passion might be shared with many other people, but your story, that's why it's in red here. Your story is the only one that will be completely unique to you. And the question you can ask yourself here is, what are the series of events that have led to who you have become today? Because your story, the reason for you being who you are and how you are, can be used to help people who went through the same circumstances and events that you went through yourself. If you take all four of these components and package them up nicely, that's how you find your purpose. That's how you uncover your purpose. And now that you know what it is, now that you have these individual components, you can now use your purpose in your organization, with your family, with your friends. You can use it to start a business to help other people who were where you used to be years ago. And now that you understand your purpose, we can move into the next two steps so that you can live a purpose-driven life. Now that you understand the individual components of your purpose, and you know, at least at a very surface level, what you were placed on this earth to do and who you were placed here to help and to serve, then the second step is understanding how you can use your purpose in order to make a difference on a daily basis. So let me ask you this. How can you take all those individual components and actually use them in order to experience that emotion of fulfillment, that emotion of happiness? Well, let me give you an example. Recently, I started a show called the Be Better broadcast. It's every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we go live to give good news that's happening in the world. Because there's so much negative news out there right now. I wanted to bring something that can help brighten up people's lives first thing in the morning, before they go into their work day, before they're with their family the rest of the day, whatever it might be. And I started this show because I wanted to use my purpose inside of this show to help empower people, to help them to be better and to live an extraordinary life. So I know that every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that's just one way that I get to use my purpose in order to serve and make a difference in the lives of other people. Other things that I'll do to live my purpose is in the workplace, I'll help other people by using the abilities that I'm great at, such as communication, problem solving, sales, etc. Now, I also have my YouTube channel, which is what you're watching right now, where I release videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, again, to help you to improve your life. So if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you see all of those new videos whenever I post them. So let me ask you, what can you do every single day in order to live out your purpose? And what I'd recommend you do here is grab a piece of paper and write down all of the actionable things that you could do if you had to live your purpose on a daily basis, so that you can get to the end of your days and you can say to yourself, you know what? Today I truly did all that I could. Today I feel really great with the actions that I took and the results that I got. With those results being now, or with those results being sometime in the future, I'm happy with how the day went. In my opinion, that's what fulfillment really is. So what are the different actions that you could do in order to live out your purpose on a daily basis? Which leads us to the final step to live a purpose-driven life, which is to do those things every single day. And my recommendation is have one action that you can take every day, so that when you get to the end of your day, you can ask yourself the question, what did I do today to truly live my purpose? And if you can say to yourself, you know what, that one thing I did earlier today truly felt like I was doing my best work. It truly felt like I was making a difference in the lives of somebody else. It truly felt like I was living my purpose. If you can get to the end of your day and say those words, then you've lived a purpose-driven day. And all of those purpose-driven days will turn into purpose-driven months, and eventually you've got years and years and years of you truly living your purpose. Now, if you're still wondering what exactly is my purpose, what else can I do in order to make room in my day so that I can use my purpose? And if you truly want to just dig deeper into the subject of purpose itself, then click the first link in the description below, because I want to give you a free copy of my Purpose Playbook, which will help you uncover what your true purpose is, but it will actually help you to eliminate distractions in your life. It'll help you to achieve self-mastery in the 5 key areas of life, and there's a few more bonuses in there as well. So click the first link below, put your name in, your email in there, and I'll send you a free copy of my Purpose Playbook. And I hope that it serves you well.